What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. I'm coming at you for what's probably the last time from the Everything Always studio. This is where I started the channel. I'm going to be moving a couple of times in the next couple of months and spending some time in LA. I'm doing a pretty different review of the Eternals today, only because the Eternals calls for it. And we're going to get a little weird. I'm going to talk about a couple of things. I hope that this will help some of you better be prepared to watch this film. You do not have to worry about any spoilers. There won't be anything of the kind. And really, this isn't going to be a review in the way that you think is. I will tell you guys whether or not I like the film, but there are a lot of deeper things going on, and I kind of want to open some of your impressions up before you get there about what this film can be, so maybe you can better receive it. That being said, I am not the one to ever tell anybody how to consume art. Sometimes when you want candy, you go for Skittles. Sometimes you go for M&Ms, and you don't owe anybody an explanation for that. They're different flavors for different times. Neither's better or worse. And in that case, the same could be said for different types of art. And again, I'm not the type of person to tell anybody how to consume it. Whatever's good for you, whatever you like, you're able to feel that way. And because art is so ultimately subjective, however you want to take it, if you like it or don't, your opinion is your opinion. It's actually not fact. But what is fact is what the Eternals is compared to the rest of the Marvel canon. To say that a film is art or art house is to say that it's not made for the mainstream, that it's niche, and that even it's unconventional and highly symbolic. And I would say that the Eternals being labeled that kind of way maybe isn't completely correct in the total normal way of saying something is art house, but compared to the rest of the Marvel canon, even though it's marketed for the masses, it is definitely highly symbolic, and again, compared to the canon, very unconventional. It's an allegory of storytelling. And so if you're going there for just mere plot development, characters, and action scenes, you can get that out of the film, but you're leaving a lot on the table for what the Eternals could be. And when I said I wanted this to be kind of a primer, I'm going to give you some hard examples. Again, no spoilers. This is stuff you've seen from the trailer, but to understand the kind of storytelling that Chloe Zhao is doing in the Eternals and why this is a lot different than a lot of the Marvel movies that have been made. Gemma Chan's character, you guys saw it in the trailer. She's able to change a bus instantly into a bunch of red flower petals. She's able to change things into other things with touch. Her character's strongest suit and the source of her character art is actually empathy. Being touched is able to change her. And here we see an allegory where her superpower of touch and change actually replicates what her character's narrative is. And this is the kind of high symbolism that is woven into everything in every part of this film. So again, if you're going for just the action sequences, which are amazing, they are super cool, and there's definitely a very nice stylized look to a lot of the fighting that they did, reminiscent of what I remember from some of the Zack Snyder early DC and the super sort of visceral combat, high-speed combat. I loved it. I thought that was awesome. And if you're going there for that, again, I'm not going to tell you how to consume art. This film is awesome and you will like it. But there is a lot of symbolism going on in every frame. The cinematography replicates this. The dialogue replicates this. The characters' arcs replicate this. As you just illustrated, superpowers. You guys already know Ajak is the leader, the mother figure, and as we've seen again from the trailers, her superpower is the ability to heal. Another superpower replicating what the character actually is. And the symbolism as an allegory goes many levels deeper than that. And so, if your mind is open to that kind of thing, again, if that's what you're looking for on that day, or if you're looking for that, maybe later, you're like, hey, I'm going to watch this, enjoy it as an action film. Then once I get it on Disney Plus, there's some rewatches there. There's a lot of deeper stuff going on. What I can say honestly about the film, no spoilers, is that in a very honest critique, it hopes to serve the purpose, is humanity worth saving? And I think that Chloe Zhao's definitive answer of yes, it is, and the reasons for that replicated throughout the film. What I mean by it all is that the film looks to serve that. Yes, it's a Marvel movie, and it does the things that Marvel movies do, but it serves ultimately the purpose of the art. And that's what a true art film does. And the art is humanity worth saving? And it happens to be a Marvel movie, and the characters happen to be Eternals. And so, again, I hope this just better calibrates your brain from what you're expecting out of this film. Not to say you will like it any less or that you can't enjoy it as an action film, because those things are there. Great acting, great cast, but there is a deeper level to a lot of the formalism in the art. Not formalism like a black tie, I mean the form of art. And one of the things that's endeared us to superhero movies, especially over the last decade, is that the CGI and VFX have reached a pinnacle so that we can actually buy in, which by extension has made realism. And I would say this started primarily with the Batman trilogy with Christian Bale, also the first Iron Man. The realism that we can come to expect from something as fantastic as superheroes makes it a total buy-in, especially if you're a comic fan. It's like, oh my God, this is it. But in that way, it tends away from formalism, using the form of film to be able to tell all sorts of different stories. And Chloe Zhao and the Eternals, everyone involved with this film, absolutely nailed it. So from that perspective, I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I think that if you're looking for something deeper, it's there to find, even in a couple of rewatches. At its surface level, it absolutely holds up as an MCU film. I think there will be people who don't like it. Some people will want M&Ms instead of Skittles. It won't be for them. But then again, you can't please everybody. You know, not everything is made for everyone. There are a lot of new titles coming to the MCU, and I think Disney is doing a great job of not only, you know, they're obviously bringing representation, but what they're doing a great job of now is showing that this can really reach a different audience, which, you know, guys, I say this all the time. I play video games. I say it in my community. You shouldn't want people leaving the community. You should want new blood coming into the community. That's something WandaVision was able to do. WandaVision, you heard me right, not Loki. WandaVision truly brought new blood into the MCU, new viewers. There was a whole new viewer there that wanted to see it. Yes, it was the first release in a while. It was on Disney Plus, but the numbers show it. There was something about that, and WandaVision was arguably the most formalistic of anything we've had in the MCU other than what Eternals is going to be. To be honest, even more formalistic than that. A complete dichotomy, the antithesis of something like Shang-Chi, which is my favorite movie of the year. Shang-Chi is by far my favorite Marvel project of the year, unabashedly, unbiased, love it. Shang-Chi, all the way. Saw it so many times in theaters, it's ridiculous. Yes, I know it's coming out on Disney Plus, don't care. There was no one in the theaters. I watched it alone at 10 a.m. at least twice while it was out. Literally alone, literally the only one in there. Me and the dude working there just standing in the back of the theater. He's probably the only dude who saw it more than me. It is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. You know what it is. Hit the subscribe button. This guy's talking about Skittles. You guys are trying to learn about the Eternals. I hope this reached some of you. I hope some of you at the channel got something out of this. I hope you go in and get some of the deeper symbolism. They killed it. This movie's awesome. It definitely makes you hype for a second one. You guys know what I'm talking about? Because I don't. I never have.